Welcome back, Armchair Generals. Tom here with episode number 8 of my Hearts of Iron 3 Soviet playthrough using the Black Ice modification version 13.1. Last we left off, we had just wrapped up the Winter War with Finland, gotten some extra land off of them, a little bit of strips here, here, and here. So yay, we're in the process of pulling everybody back out, reorganizing, getting all the units to where they need to be. Let's get our IC to straighten away here. Oh. There we go. We got to revisit this too to remind myself where we're up. At supplies, that's going to balance out a little bit. We'll leave consumer goods like that. Okay. So we are building just one more round of transport planes for the last group of airborne divisions that does not have any transports available to them. Still building a ton of industry. We're at 622 base. We crested the 600 mark here in 1940. We shall let's see where we can get to by the end of the year here. So that's 16. Just through this one. 32 through Belgorod. 48. 64 through Batumi, 64, 66. Definitely we'll get 66 IC. And quite possibly we'll get more than that even. I think it's like 5 months to build industry. Yeah, that we could potentially get. Let's see, 66 goes to 688. We've got at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that would get us close to 700 by the end of the year. And then we're still building IC, but we're going to start trickling that down just a little bit. We won't be needing quite as much. We got a few IC builds, quite a few actually, about a good dozen of them or so. They're going to fall off here pretty soon and aren't going to keep going. 1942, 43, end of 42, beginning of 43, we get our battlecruisers, battleships built. 2 years from now, we'll have our heavy cruisers built. Still going through a ton of bombers, more interceptors, bunch of light cruisers at the end of 1941, a few destroyers at this point, the end of 1940, and almost like every year, we get another 5 more. Got a whole bunch of cavalry coming out this year. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, one for each theater. We're doing the same with rifle divisions. We're doing 1 per theater. 4 per theater, it looks like. And the same thing for the semi-motorized infantry. 4 per theater there as well. So 4, 8. Yeah, so we got plenty of stuff going here. We got some more industry that's being built. Viperi, that I need to throw to the forefront. Diplomacy. Got a bunch of stuff coming up here. Bessarabia, the years before 1942. So I think in next month we'll be getting Bessarabia. We're also going to have the Baltic States ultimatum kicking off there. I think we'll have a party rally pretty soon. June 1st, got a bunch of light tanks coming out in November. We got a bunch of, not sure what that is. Oh, more light tanks. A bunch of mechanized corps coming out next month. Holy cow. End of this year, more mechanized corps and motorized brigades. we got a lot of stuff happening here pretty soon. Alright, that's all diplomacy. We're not doing much other diplomacy. Tech. Let's get this back to 5. There we go. At this point, what I feel we need to be at is we have discovered that yes, we need to get our infantry corps back up because we were definitely suffering. Next year, we'll plug in this officer recruitment program. We are at the halfway mark where we need to be. If we're going 150 new officers a day, let's see, course of a month, we're doing 4,500 officers, roughly. More than that, probably about 4,700. Over the course of the remainder of the year here, that's 7 more months here. So 35,000 officers over the course of this year. That'll get us about to 145. We'll be definitely shy of, but we'll be getting there. We'll be almost at 75% of what we need. I want to say once we hit 75%, then I'll go ahead and I'll swing out. We don't need to be putting so much emphasis into officers. Politics. Is there anything here we need to address? Totalitarian, yeah. Keep our draft the way it is. We need to switch from war economy to full mobilization. Oh, wait. Yeah, we're not at war with anybody any further, so we do need to switch from war economy to full mobilization, because right now we're requiring 77 IC in there. This will hurt our IC a little bit, but then what happens is, yeah, we've got that we can throw back into production. Consumer goods requirement dropped a little bit, or actually no, I think it technically it increased because we were on war economy. We weren't at war, but it's 45% now. It's only 20% is required. So yeah, we lost 15% of our IC, which is quite a bit, quite honestly. 62, 90, something 90 IC thereabouts. But the amount of IC required for consumer goods, you saw dropped a bit there. Actually, you know what? Does it really? Yeah. I think it didn't matter overly much there. If we go back to war economy, yeah, it's only 10 IC here, and probably we'll leave war economy going right now. Average education investment, we can certainly keep that going to get a boost to our officer recruitment, but let's do it to a large education investment. Yes, we'll keep that going. Propaganda, sure. Basic training, going to leave that alone. And normal conscription. Everybody else here, we're going to leave as is. I don't think we're going to make any changes here yet. So that is politics. Intelligence. Let's get to our spy priority. So Finland, we are going to still keep an eye on them. Latvia, Lithuania, Estonia, we won't need to have spies going toward those guys. Oh, something we need to take a look at here. Yeah, Republic of China is fast approaching its doom. 93.1%. Holy cow. So the Japanese just need to get that. Yeah, because they captured this. And they got here. Yeah, they got Chengdu. So they just need to get Chongqing. which is, I think it's the last. Well, no, there's still this victory point location. Yeah, still that one there. So that, or just push and just get that. And Republic of China is no more. They got Menjiang back. They almost got this all taken care of, but I think what's going to happen is we're just going to have to wait for Shaanxi to fall, which is this capital location needs to drop. People's Republic of China fell, but it looks like Shaanxi kind of drove in and took that back. But does that mean, yeah, that they just have that one? They probably are at, yeah, they're at that surrender progress where all that has to be taken, and that just leaves Zibi Sanma, which they've done a little bit into, just a little bit here. Gungsi Click, which they've done a little bit here. And then Yunnan. And Japan recovered. All right. So that's politics, or intelligence, rather. I think we're okay. Otherwise, they're building a light infantry division. Japan, we don't know what they're producing. Germany, we don't know what they're producing either. If that IC is relevant, good God, I don't know how they're going to do well against me. I mean, they're going to have help. That's the deal. Of course, here it is, May. So the Germans have to push and get this. Copenhagen finishes it. Just have to get Copenhagen, I believe, and it'll finish it. I don't know how the Germans are going to handle that, quite honestly. And here, they got pushed way back, so they're not doing too well against Norway. This, I mean, eventually all this is going to be... Anyway, let's get going here. Zip, zip, zip. 36.59 IC debt remaining. We're paying 248, almost 250 per. So, yes, right, we're doing the Air Force focus just because we've got a lot of airplanes being built. That's just some role-playing, if you will. We're putting a lot of focus, our national focus, into building our air units up. That's all that is. Cool. Though I think at some point we should be able to stop that. We won't need any more money coming in via war bonds and things like that. All right, everybody is out of Finland here, and I think the way I have it going, yeah, we're still moving troops to where they need to be. But that's okay. I don't have any uncovered victory point locations, do I? I don't think I do. I did get a new mouse, so yeah, things are moving a little bit strange for me right now. Yeah, we do need to cover that one, which we are. Looks like we're all good here. I don't see anything uncovered there, nothing covered here. I think someone is coming. Yeah, someone's coming there. All right. Yeah, I'll check back in a matter of a month just to make sure. Sure, we'll give out supplies. How are we doing here? Okay, we're fine. We got to get reinforced, but that's probably kind of a minor thing right now. Yeah, that's good. Get our consumer goods up. Can actually drop this a bit further because we're 20,000 down. We just need to drop it by 10, so 106. There we go. Get our upgrades. Probably 15 is a good number. There we go. Wow. So Germany. I forgot we left off with. Germany being at war with the lowlands here. So yeah, pushing a little bit into Netherlands, some into Belgium, already took Luxembourg. So all this coming is going to help them out greatly. Lost the effects of the IC there, so back up to 1282. Interdiction tactics. We will maintain that. There's so much tech I need. I'll just kind of keep a closer eye on what's happening here on the Western Front. So they're beginning to move into here. Problem is with the way, oh, well, they made it. The way the AI works is if there's any shipping moving in here, it interrupts you moving onto this land, which is kind of silly. I don't think that's how it should be working. Alright, so I'll knock this down to 111. Because again, we're 20,000 above what we need in supplies. Every 10,000 we're above, I drop it by 5 IC. Okay. So working on our future stuff. Okay, Denmark is conquered. That worked. That worked for them, I guess I should say, Germany. I have to root for Germany here, because otherwise it's going to be very boring. Barbarossa there. Yeah, Netherlands is like, yeah, we're getting slammed here. Yeah, that's why they canceled. They've lost their money that they had before. So yes, we'll go ahead and do that. That hurts our IC efficiency, but we do need that. So we'll form all these mechanized corps, these tank brigades, and we're also going to claim Bessarabia. Relation change with Romania there. So you can pause and read the specifics here. We should be getting a strip of land running along this way, you know, like so. So 27th of June, Romania bowed to a Russian ultimatum demanding the immediate secession. Not only of Bessarabia, but also the northern part of Bukovina, which may, jeez, come on, maybe this area here. That area had never been formally ceded to Romania and was thus claimed for the USSR's sphere of influence in the agreement with Hitler. Boom. So we got some new light tank brigades, 5 more coming. Pause and read all the specifics on that, but they'll be all over the place. We got some, we're going to form several mechanized corps here. Soviet mechanized corps were largely destroyed during the first weeks of Barbarossa. For game purposes, they'll be removed in mid-1942 to make the new tank corps. Okay. First, second, third, 8th mechanized corps. And let's see where they are and who I need to add them, where I need to add them at. Let's get to our theater. So here's the thing. I may have to create some unit leaders here, because I don't see anybody close by to me. Everybody is, and to him, is in the wrong theater. If I go here, yep, wrong. Rostov. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Rostov it is then. Should be almost anybody's nearby. Yep, there we go. And they were there. What do we got close by? Oh, same zone. Good. No. Yep, that's fine. That looks like a no. That's a no as well. So I think it's the Astrakhan. Yep. And here we go with the mechanized. I will leave you there for right now. Oh. We'll pull back for the moment there. Or actually, yeah, we're getting all this here, so we got to move into it. So let's actually wait. We'll pull back a little bit there. That's a lot of units there. A lot of armor and stuff for that guy. I need to add him to not Leningrad. Yep. Not Leningrad. Not that one. On the border of our area there, but not where we need to be. Nope. Nope. Yes, Moscow. So Kiev, I guess this guy here. I do need to work up some more leader types, but we're making do with what we have right now. This one I've not attached just yet because once this, as I say, switches, I'm going to move them all into this area here. Nexto. Relax. War is over. Let's get peace a chance. Okay. 40% investment hit. We're at -7. Fortify the Molotov line. System of fortifications built by the Soviet Union in the years 1940 and 41 along its new western border after annexed the Baltic States, eastern Poland, and Bessarabia. This territorial expansion was the direct result of the Ribbentrop-Molotov Pact signed on the Soviet side by Molotov, hence the name. The line stretched from the Baltic Sea to the Carpathian Mountains. It was made up of 13 fortified regions, most covering about 100 kilometers of the border. It was a part of the larger Soviet defense network along its western borders, stretching from the Arctic Ocean to the Black Sea. Yes, we will take it just because it's part of, what we got going on there. Let's let time. There we go. I was going to say we were at 0 production. If I went into my production queue, that could have perhaps been pretty terrible. Could have been a bug that would have crashed the game for us. Hungary wants supplies. That's fine. Okay, so we're going to move you up to there. So we're going there. I'm going to probably move him to there, like so. We'll figure where everybody else needs to go here momentarily. But I'm just pushing everybody up towards the line. This garrison unit can actually, let's come down to there. You could probably swing them around elsewhere. Alrighty. Oh, we got some extra units here. Nope, wrong way. That works. Yeah, we got some new units that just popped in all of a sudden. Just gotta carefully check and see where we need to place them at. I think Astrahan is the it's the better deal. There's no headquarter units down south. So I can't put them assigned to Saratov, so Astrahan, yes, okay. So, I mean, good that I'm getting these new units here. 16,412 IC debt. We're paying 258. So, let's see. Over the course of a month here, 30 days, that's 7,500 roughly. So 2 months, 60 days for us to pay this off roughly. Again, just roughly. NKVD. Also at Astrahan. Okay. And I can now attach him. Sure, but I think Kharkov might be the better command headquarters. Yeah. I was going to say I could attach him to Sevastopol, but let's attach him to the Kharkov deal. Romania's been accepted the access. We definitely need to watch. So we got some IC here. Bump it up by 2. Got some IC here. Bump it up by 1. I think that is it in regards to any IC that we received for now. So our base is up to 644 now, thanks to this extra IC that we have received. All right, so that was Bessarabia. We are growing our economy more and more and more. Fighter bomber, okay, I'll put this to 5. Yeah, I don't care if I'm in the red. We're getting enough gold. I could be losing, let's see, if I'm getting 1,600 gold every 2 months or 800 gold each month. I could easily be losing 25 bucks a day, and that doesn't hurt me at all. Annex Luxembourg, okay. Just as we got starting to get better. 116, we're back to 106 now. Yeah, just as we were getting better. My goodness. That's what's going to really hurt me. Germany will have a strong army that will attack me and very experienced, yada yada, much better than what mine's going to be. What's going to hurt me is the fact I'm not going to have enough officers to handle command and control. So yeah, life is going to be sucky. There we go. Let's zoom out a bit. Zhejiang wants supplies. We will allow that. Striking workers on board. really is nobody terribly near, but let's just move them up like so. It's middle of June. Let's go ahead and do a manual save. It's been over a month since we've done a manual save. We'll get that rolling. Switzerland wants supplies as well. Some more. We'll send him up there. Deliver an ultimatum to the Baltic States. So you can pause to read the specifics here on what's what overall. And we can see the results of it. We are not having to go to war. Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania all accepted the ultimatum. That brings all three countries into our course there. So horses, that must be a strategic effect here in the area. Yes, horses we got, so supply throughput gets improved. Good. Agricultural giant. How do we get that? Let's see what the specifics are. Control over Western Russia. That's all those provinces, so we get plus 10% more resources. Yay. Agricultural giant. So we're controlling 2 of the areas required, at least for that. So more supplies, more national manpower. Okay. I am cool with that. So, again, anywhere where there's 3 or less than 3 IC, building up to 3 IC. And I think that is it. Yes. Okay. Oh, up here. Heavy. So we're going to go ahead and max that out all the way because it'll be worth it. Super heavy. Let's max that out as well all the way. So let's now take a look at our new territories. We need to move up and in. Oh, let's get our theater map mode taken into effect here. So I'll move there like that. So I'm thinking, if anything, I mean, yes, that should be going to this group, the Kharkov group. All this should be the way it is, but I'm thinking this front needs to be pushed forward more. I'm thinking. There's your theater commander. Let's do it like that. And let's have him. There we go, control that. That, I feel, is a little bit more fair. Okay. Keep moving our units forward there, so all these guys are kind of will need to move up too. Yeah, we can grab all these guys and have them redeploy here. Garrison. So let's have one armor go there and the other armor go over here. Like so. Okay. Now these guys need to move in now. Okay. I will say again, I'm loving this game. I'm loving playing as the Soviet Union, and the fact that it's broken down into theaters the way it is does make things a little bit more visually. Not sure what the word to use, but it does certainly help me in figuring out where units need to go and stuff like that. So, yeah, seeing this the way that it is. And plus, I'm kind of imagining that the turmoil going on with all the different theater commanders and who gets to control what land, what piece of land, and stuff like that. So we have aircraft producer, cool, because we've got a lot of aircraft. That's why. We will have more coming up pretty soon. Okay. Finland's mobilizing, but yay, whatever, as I say to them. So 20,000, I need to be at 93, I feel. Let's get our reinforcements up. Drop this down to like 50, or increase it to 50 is more accurate. And same with our upgrades. I need to boost this. We'll boost it to 50. Yeah, leave consumer goods alone. Production, we're doing fine. We got just under 11,000 IC debt remaining. So probably about 40 days away. Belgium got conquered. Supplies, Netherlands should have been conquered as well. I don't know if I missed that maybe, but yeah, that should have happened too. Drop this down to 5 again. Keep it there. 260 officers this turn around now. So every 10 days, that's 2,600. Every month, that is 7,800. And for the course of the rest of the year here, that's 39, almost 40,000 officers. I'll guess about 150, close to that 75% mark, maybe more like 70% mark. But yeah, we'll maintain doing that until push all these up until we're either in the green or I hit the 70% mark in regards to our officer ratio. I mean, 50% is good, yes, but I could really use more. Wow, so 9,300, and we got 4 more mechanized corps. Presidentus Metona, give us access to a Red Fleet unit. Huh, not sure what that even is. See, Germany march into Memel, which, yes, they did. Lithuanian president, or warship Presidentus Metona was left at a harbor. Ship was soon settled at Latvia's port of Leipzig in December. Lieutenant P. Labanuskas was named captain. In 1940, Soviet occupiers called for the ship to raise the Soviet flag, but Captain Labanuskas sailed the ship out of Soviet territory. The ship was later handed over to the Soviet Baltic Fleet on January 11, 1945. It hit a mine and sank off the coast of Finland. So sure, join the Baltic Fleet. I'm not sure what that really terribly means, but we got 4 more mechanized corps coming in. So did that ship just magically appear? They did. Let's see. It's a torpedo boat. Oh. All right. is the only torpedo boat I have in the area. On top of that, I don't have any torpedo boats here, do I? No, destroyers, 3 destroyers, and some other. On that note, we're going to swing. Well, torpedo boat we can leave here because they'll do better in that area. But I think we're going to swing these light cruisers up to here so that we have a little bit of a stronger navy in that area. Here in the Black Sea Navy, we're going to move. Actually, you know what? We're going to combine these together into that, okay? Same as these light cruisers. They're going to end up rebase here. And I want some fleet down there. I'll leave the motor torpedo boats. Let's have a fleet of long-range subs swing down here. I gotta still address my fleet. It's not the way I would like to have it, quite honestly. All right, so we got some more of these guys here. Attach him. Yes, good. No. It's a good thing I double-checked. I think Kiev. Yeah. Okay. Oh, we got a bunch of stuff all over the place here. There we go. Let it push. Netherlands got conquered. Need to connect you to somebody in the area. Okay. I think we lost a leader or something like that. That's why some of these guys are the way they are. We lost a leader that they could have used. Oh, cool. We got a leader there. We can certainly use. What is this area here? High mountains, I guess. Yeah, still working on getting. Our defenses set up here a bit. Oh, we'll get it worked out. So headquarters, 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 headquarters. Should be anybody nearby. Yep. That being the case here, we'll slide a few of our armor units over this way. Move him down there and him down there. So we got some frontal work happening. All right, get him associated with. Wow, all the way over there. Okay. Get him associated with, I think, Kiev. Maybe. Or, yeah, here. And lastly, in this region here, it's Moscow, yes. Let's see, we'll move him there, and he will go there. Okay. Still got more. I still have to like move my units around a bit more, better cover areas and stuff like that. But we'll get there. What else are we getting? Up to 17,000, by the way. 17,874. Gold, aluminum, chromite, copper mines online. Zinc mines online. That's all well and good. Sure, we'll do another gold investment. Aluminum, so we got a fourth one. We're okay until we hit the 800 IC mark, which I don't think we're going to be doing. Same with chromite, till we hit the 800. Copper, we're fine there. Manganese, we're more than fine. Zinc, fine as well. So we're going to postpone our plans for 6 months here. We'll check it out in 6 months, see what else needs to be addressed, but I think we're at a good point right now. I don't know if I'll get up to 800 base IC for a while there. I really wish that would go away. Plants of surplus, level 4s. That's good to see. Manganese, it's only 3, but that's because we do have 9 sales ongoing. Nanjing Massacre. Naughty, naughty Japanese. Let me see something here. What did we get? A bunch of interceptors. We can drag this all the way, not all the way down, but pretty far. Yeah, we're through quite a bit here. Oops, not that far yet. Alright, are we building more? Do we have more fighters coming? We do. So we've got 15 more interceptors coming at this point. Drop this down to 25, or bump it up 25, whatever. I'll leave my upgrades alone the way they are. Supplies were 30,000 above, so that's 15 we could be dropping this by, so let's drop it down to 88. Consumer goods, there we go. $1,700, yay. Alright, let's get down to there, right? So, Kursk. How is Germany doing now? Holy cow, Germany broke out of the, through the Maginot Line. Holy cow, that is like odd, disturbing. They're pushing, is this Metz they've got? Yeah, they've got Metz, and they're pushing towards Paris all along the front here. Doing a pretty good job there. I wonder how much, I mean, I do see British support there, but I wonder how much true British support there is. I can't tell if anywhere else is seeing anything. Norway, so the Germans have a dedicated line here. Norwegians haven't lost any, yeah, it's Bergen and Oslo. And Trondheim and Narvik, right? Narvik is a victory point. Yeah. Oh, Trondheim's not Narvik. But I think all they got to do is just take Oslo and Bergen. That's 10 victory points right there. Just one for Narvik. I don't think they need it. Here, base strikes. 36 tech, we'll let that ride. Punish the enemy. Why do we have a punish the enemy? No, too harsh. We don't need to do it. I don't know why I have a punish the enemy. It's not like we're attacking anybody or being attacked. So whatever's in here is going to get killed. More? Yeah, more interceptors. Kursk, and then should be Kiev. Yep. Okay, let me see where we got any more CAS at. I don't know if I even do anymore. I do need to take note of where and how many more bombers I need to. Oh, so we do have one in Leningrad. I need to continue beefing up my air units here. Another interceptor. It's about the halfway mark right here. Kiev. There we go. And these are heavy bombers. Petrov. No, that wasn't it. Petrovadosk. Here. This is what I wanted to check real quick. All heavy. Oh, there's one medium bomber there. Okay, that is. I thought I messed it up. Let me drop the medium bomber out. Those heavy bombers should have gone elsewhere, but. And now the final place. Can I even find the guy? So, not him. But I know it's nearby here, if I remember correctly. Here it is. Yep. So, here, I'm just going to do it like this. Whoops. Just drop them all into here and then circle, combine. So he's got his transport fleet finally with him. So how are we doing with our line here? You're coming down there. You're going to go there. Okay. I got two. We can bring you over to there like so. Okay, we got a decent lineup here. Okay, I like what I see here. Over here, much better off. This front looks like it's well run. And here, yeah, here it's a little bit of iffiness, I guess. But that's because we just don't have enough manpower on this front here. This is the Moscow front. Here, looks like we're doing okay. We're pushing over there just fine. We're going to move some subs out to this port. Kind of spread the love a little bit there. And here, yeah. That works perfectly. All right. Yeah, I wonder when Germany's going to be able to take out. I'll say yes on that. Germany's going to be able to take out France there. Wow, we've lost all the builds. We've lost a lot of resources there. We'll get it all back very quickly, but that's a lot. Goodness. Let's see here. And these are all heavies. That's a medium bomber. It's so hard to tell the difference between the medium and the heavies. Okay, three lines is a heavy. Where 2 is the medium bomber, and 1 line is just the CAS. Okay, that makes sense. There we go. $39.4. That's actually not too bad for this time of year, July. We wanted to left click on that. Hit R. Leon Trotsky. Yeah, he's not anybody I have as a leader. So, the exiled communist revolutionary died in Mexico City from wounds inflicted by an assassin the day before. Earlier that year, Josef Grugulec, a Lithuanian-born KGB agent, established a safe house at Zook's Pharmacy in Santa Fe, New Mexico, for the assassins of Leon Trotsky. He was recruited by Soviet strongman Joseph Stalin's secret police as a university student in Paris and learned the assassins' trade during the Spanish Civil War. Yeah, we're not going to invite him home. We're going to go with a more historical route. So we are indeed going to assassinate him. So for the course of the next month, revolt risk, daily descent change, all decrease. Money also goes down. I guess we got to pay for all this stuff, right? Until the end of the game, revolt risk actually goes up. So for the next month, it's just a net of 0. Ruling party support goes up. Just curious. Our support is really piss poor. Oh. Yeah, that's not even... Are we even here in our popularity? Good grief. I don't think we are. Diplomacy, Soviets. That's not going to show us that, I feel. Oh, there you go. That's Communist Party. I was looking at POA. Come on, stay. Yeah, our popularity is kind of ugh. We're supporting with our spies. We don't need to raise national unity anymore. I think that's part of the problem is we don't have any more spies at this point. Own spies priority. Let's decrease counter-espionage and support the ruling party overall. Let's go to tech, and we need to get espionage up here. 2.5, see how well that goes. 233 officers, we're doing okay there then. What do we got going here? So consumer goods dropped, that was the deal, I guess. So we need to be down 15. That's 86. That's fine. That's fine as well. Okay. Supplies. Yeah, it's not gonna. Supplies are gonna go away that quickly. So they're right on the cusp of getting Paris here. Surrender progress 39.4, but there's certainly some areas where Germany could make some strides. Here, Troyes, Paris, of course, Le Havre and Rouen, easy to get. Versailles, also pretty easy to get. They can go along the coast here, get Caen, push to Cherbourg. Yeah, there's not much hope there. Shanxi, how are we doing here? Well, they're still holding the former PROC territories, and they're still holding out. 96.8. What do you got left? Oh, this right here. Holy cow. So once this falls, they're done. Oh, Gungsi Click is about halfway done too. Yeah, almost 41.6. Wow. Zibi Sama, no effect there yet. But there's been a few provinces taken, but not much. I feel that Japan's doing, the AI is doing correct in getting the nationalist out of the war here, the ROC out of the war. Gungsi Click will be soon to follow, and then it's a push into Yunnan, and that'll take a while, especially since winter's coming up. If they can push, if they can get Gungsi Click in here next month, they could probably push and get Yunnan before the winter. Then they'll have to refocus over the winter, and next spring push Shanxi and Zibi Sama. So we look at my ICE debt here. Strategic reserve. Yeah, still got that one extra manganese sale going out. 13,082 in ICE debt remaining, paying 267. Fall of France. Boom. That quick, that easily. Vichy regime is set up. UK wants supplies, and we can go to intelligence now. France, we can now go do that. Oh, so it automatically canceled the spies ahead on the Baltic States. Good. So UK, USA, we want to keep an eye on. Republic of China, honestly, at this point, we see what's happening with them. Iran, Hungary, Bulgaria, sure, Romania, yes, all this here. And we're not quite worried about Germany right now. We will be soon. Silo preparations. I've never seen a silo go off. Never have. Strategic reserve. We still got 3 manganese, so this is not a chance. Shame and defeat. I've never ever seen it go elsewise. It's always been shame and defeat for Vichy. Polish blueprint stolen. Our spies have stolen planes. Let us improve our abilities in carrier hangar to level 1. How the hell do the Poles have carrier tech? They must have got it from the British. Okay, so this is light bombers. Okay. Yeah, I do need to do a final count, as it were, on our bomber groups, see how they stand. I don't need anything unless we have rubber available. Buy rubber from Brazil. Yes, let's trade. Rubber shortage 3 helps. I mean, helps our supply throughput, but it's not something we really need right now. We're not gonna worry about it. Incorporate the Baltic armies. Sure. So with the annexation of the Baltic States summer 40, incorporated Baltic troops into 3 territorial rifle corps, Estonian, Latvian, and Lithuanian rifle corps. They kept part of their equipment and officers, but in the autumn, arrests of soldiers and officers started as part of the replacement of Baltic people by Russians. Units were not trusted and deployed in the close vicinity of other Soviet units to avoid desertion. These 3 corps suffered heavy losses and were disbanded after the German invasion of the Baltics. Only 180th Rifle Division, the 22nd Estonian Territorial Corps, performed well and became later in May 42 the 28th Guards Rifle Division. Sure, we will do that. That gave us something, I'm sure. Yeah, it gave us troops up here. Let's get theater command set up here. Whoops. Yeah, we're not going all the way down there. I think that's good enough there, and then we want to attach to Leningrad. So here, just going to array our troops out like so, and you, not to Leningrad, probably all the way at Moscow. Oh, Moscow, there we go. And this group here, let's see, we can move one there, and this guy can come up over there like so. And he can get attached probably to Smolensk? No. Not Kharkov, that's for sure. This guy, yes. Okay. So what does that bring us to? I see debt, we're at 10,412. Let's see where it actually brings us to. $14,145. Still paying $267 towards that. So every 4 days I'm doing 1,000. So 56 days from now then, roughly. So industry asked for more money, 3,000 sure. Navy, 675. Army, 1575. Bismarck launched, yay. Surprised that the Air Force hasn't asked for anything yet. We're just going to say postpone, unless we want nickel. Let's see if we can get any nickel. Nope. We're postponed for 6 months there. Export manganese, not a chance. Okay, so I think Italy has joined the Axis fully and declared. That's what the stab in the back is. Declared on the Allies. Yep, at war with France, UK, blah, blah. So we'll be seeing some Mediterranean front action going on here, there, and here pretty soon. And notifications of tons of lost Italian shipping. So cool. Air build time gets decreased. That's what we wanted. And all this other cool stuff that pops up. This is for the, let's see, national focus. We're at stage 1, 90 days. So that's good for us. Geez, we need to drop this. So we are 40,000 above. We need to drop this by 20. So, right? For every 10,000, drop it by 5. So we should be dropping by 20. But honestly, 91 would be a bit much, I feel. Let's just do it. Officer recruitment, though, increase on that. That's pretty good. 241. So we've got 1, cavalry unit. We're going to send them up here. Let's get theater. Okay. Resources. I think we're okay. Victory point. I think we're okay there too. So theater. I'll place him here, and we can attach him to, yes, nearby unit. Vichy Francis stepping our way. All right. I'm okay with that. Okay. So Republic of China has been conquered. Let's kind of take a look there and see what we got. Yeah, Gungsi Click, where are you at now? Still at 41.5. We can go to intelligence. Yes, Republic of China got dropped off, so that freed up some spying there. No more do we need a spy priority going on there. Poland. Yeah, just so yes, the 10 active spies I have were doing tech espionage, and somehow the Poles have gotten hold of carrier tech, probably thanks to their new friends, British friends. So 120 down to 110 now. 51%, probably down to 47 or something like that. We're going to drop them off here, I feel. And closest is there, and that's fine. It's in the same theater. Okay, so that takes care of our two of our biggest theaters. We still got the next one I'll put into here, and then the rest I'll go from south to north or north to south for the cav units as they come in, get built. Yeah, 47%. Airborne assault tactics, interception tactics. Yay, 1,700 bucks. We're swimming in money at this point here. Nothing really to worry about. Party rally we shall go ahead and do, because I think this helps our, yeah, party support. Really, party support 1%. So we lost Mekun. Fortify Stalin Line. Germany now controls France. Perhaps you fortify some strategic points for the defense of the mother Russia. What are your orders? We can fortify Kiev, Smolensk, and Odessa at the price of industrial capacity, 3% for a few weeks. Sure. A few weeks. More like a few months. Somebody's given Stalin the wrong information there. But yeah, pillbox's strengths go up, so we'll definitely take that into account here. Their energy is like really hurting a bit there. Are we? So I know we're importing. We're not selling. So okay, that's good. Just curious. Anybody need? Nobody needs fuel. Everybody's looking pretty with fuel. Nope. Shanxi can't afford it probably. Romania. You know what? Screw it. We're not worried about it. I don't need the money. It'd sure be fine to just, dump it, but we're okay. Come on, stop pausing for so long. I see wasted and reinforcements. That's okay. Let's drop this down to 10. Okay, we got everything being built. Tons and tons of IC still. Base IC is 675. I think we'll definitely get, well, we'll hit 700 for sure. Our planes are getting built a little bit quicker, a few days, not much though. We don't have many planes in the queue for that matter. Well, over the course of the next few months here, we've got a dozen IC that's going to be one and done. So that's 50 plus IC alone right there. Also, next month, we've got a bunch of medium bombers that are going to wrap up, get finished here. And heavy bombers as well. Bunch of interceptors finishing up a couple months. So I'll need to like take a bit of a closer look and see what else we need to be doing. Theater, that's right, we're replacing them in here somewheres. Where is a good point? Probably here. Yeah, let's move them up to there. And nope, I knew it as soon as I clicked on it. Yeah, Astrahan. I mean, we should be able to put some more units to him. But I see this front here is mainly, there aren't that many, yeah, it's actually almost like none. There aren't that many headquarter units involved here. Yeah, geez. So I definitely need to take a look at getting some headquarter units there. So next set of, I see she dropped a point. We'll start from north, work our way south. I need to take a look here. Okay. Bump this up by 1. Because we're 30,000 above, it should be 15 IC below. Still? Okay. There we go. And in this area here, anybody close by, which is him. Excellent. So next one will be in this area here. Which I'll probably stuff it somewhere around here. Well, that's kind of like silly, but okay. Okay, place them right about here. And who is close by? Cool, Novgorod, perfect. I don't think, yeah, it's going to be a while before anybody else pop up here. Bunch of ICs going to be built. That's it. It's going to be about a month before anybody else comes around. Let's keep an eye on what's happening over here. So not much movement on Shanxi. In fact, looks like Shanxi is kind of pushed out some. Zibusam Ma, though, yeah, 41.5 should be worse than that, right? Oh no, here and here. Those are tough nuts to crack, as I know from experience. Oh wow, look, they're getting back all this territory. I'm surprised they don't know anything about that, but whatever's. I would have, unless Menjing's not at war. Yeah, Menjing's not at war. I was going to say I would have Menjing actually help out here, but they're not at war. So if there was only a way to keep the puppets from self-attacking, self-declaring on the Chinese nations, I think what we saw happen earlier would be solved. Of course, that would be a very interesting, still would have been interesting. I mean, without all this happening here in Manchuria knocked out, what would all this be looking like at this point? I don't know. Very interesting question on that part. Almost an hour and a half in. We're doing okay. Yes, we'll expand. We'll do that, and we will further expand the collective. Gain 3 descent, that's fine, but we also gain 3 base IC 681. Right next door to me. Perfect. Six one half than the other. Yeah, they're both slow. Yep, cool. Well, I guess we have to wait till the beginning of the year or something like that. But yeah, at some point we should be able to stop the nice. Stop the payments, the war bonds. So all they gotta do is take the capital here, and Gungsi Click is done. Postpone. That is the best option, Germany. You are in no condition whatsoever. I've seen Operation CeeLo happen like once or twice, maybe, and it's basically there we go. Gungsi Click gone. Yunnan next, and honestly should shift some troops up north here and start taking care of what's going on here. I've seen it happen once or twice. And the one time I definitely do remember it happening. Basically it's just a whole bunch of event generated landings, like you saw for Norway, which this is still ongoing. Probably will be for a while. It's just some self-generated landings, southern areas here along the coast or whatnot, that work for a while, and Germany pushes in, but then the UK swiftly responds and kicks Germany out. So I don't ever see it at the times that I've seen it, and the one time I definitely do remember on the specifics, it did not go off well at all. Well, you're closest. Alright. Are we doing anything? I can't tell if they're doing anything against Yunnan just yet. I mean, they took the this victory point location here, so Japan still has to run this way, and they can make it pretty quickly, but it starts to become a slog throughout here because it's all mountains throughout Yunnan. Here it looks like Shaanxi is feeling their oats, but I'm betting that's because Japan doesn't have much of anything up here. Everything's all down here. I'd love to know how much IC Japan is sporting right now, because they've got to have Manchuria all to themselves. That's 30, 40 IC or something like that. It's not anything to sneeze at. I can see we're pushing up against Zibi-Sama. That'd be interesting. I see, officially just doubled in terribleness. It'd be interesting to see with Japan now controlling Manchuria, what effect what that's gonna give them. You know, how well of an easier time they're not going to have in the Pacific because of that. Leningrad. Yay, we'll sell you fuel because I don't need it. What? We have lost the 40%. Well, indeed, we have. I didn't realize time just sped up there for a moment. We're still at 3 manganese, though. Let's get all this under control. Drop this down to 50. Get this under control. Drop it down to 10. We're 20,000 supplies up, so that's 10. So let's put this down to 95. There we go. And we're just about building everything. This will be quick and easy. Let's bump this up to 0.01 per day. There we go. Yep, bimetal, rares, and rares. So I haven't made any moves against Yunnan just yet. That should be coming, I'll be willing to bet. Zibi-Sama, they are. So I see, yeah, Shanxi hadn't moved. Okay, they had taken Yunnan and had gone through here, and now it looks like the Japanese are starting to roll up Shanxi at this point. So I'm willing to bet this Shanxi might be the next one to go. Yunnan will take a long time. I see wasted. Drop this down to about 8. Wasting on production. Okay, let's do that. 0.03. Buy rares. Sure, we'll buy that much. So there. Oh. How many cav am I at right now? So this is the final 3. 1, 2, 3. So it's this right here. I need to place it at. We can place it right there. And now we'll assign him. Perfect. So the final 2 are the last 2 positions there. Okay, so they're not making any moves against Yunnan at this point. It looks like they may be pushing towards it, but it's going to take them a while to get down there. Air Force asked for money. That's what I was wondering. Is like where? More mines. Good. I need some improvement in our resources here. Fishy France, we can buy metal from. Actually, Shanxi got that back. And keep addressing it like that. 20, so that's 10, so let's get this up to 97. Oh, that works. All right, let's get to economy, metal. I think we're at Stalinary for metal. Yes, we are. I remember I had started building there. And that's it. And then after Staliniri is Zelenai. All right. Energy. We're probably like kind of down here some. Grozny, I think we're at. We can put 2 into there. Right, and that's it. And now, after Grozny, is Krasnojar or something or other. How is that spelled? Krasnojar. That's how that's spelled. So rares is next. I'm not sure where we left off here. Let me check Tavda and working my way down. I don't think we're at Tavda though. No. Bonatsk. Okay, I can put a few here. And then after that is Vyazny. Okay. All right. Now let's keep an eye on what's going on here. Shanxi and Zibisema. We're at manganese surplus 4. That's good. We'll keep that going. Yeah, just keep addressing it like that. 0.05 per day. We'll need to very rapidly, though, take a quick look at our air forces and see what we need to build. What needs what. Don't know if I'm going to worry about twin engine fighters or anything like that. I mean, all the air units I'm building now are not the greatest, but it's something at the very least. Wow, I just saw a whole bunch of partisans pop up right there. That is tough. I feel for them. How many are we building anyway? Mostly interceptors, looks like. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 more interceptors and 5 more heavy bombers. So that's it. 10 interceptors, 5 heavy bombers. Okay, let's see. I can't build anything but flying boats, so I don't want just flying boats flying around there. Okay, so I'm building 5 heavy bombers and 10 interceptors. So that's 2 heavy bombers that will go there. 3 interceptors that will go there. 3 more interceptors that will go there. It's 2 light bombers we need there. 1 medium bomber there. 3 light bombers. 3 light bombers. 3 light bombers. 2 medium bombers. Okay. That's Ivan. I need to put 4 interceptors on him. So that's where the 10 interceptors are going to go. Up to this point so far. Now let's see where else we're needing stuff. 2 more light bombers. 2 more light bombers. That's a lot of light bombers I need to build here. 2 medium. 2 more medium. 3 medium. 2 medium. 2 heavy. 2 medium. 2 heavy. So 5 of the heavy bombers will filter that, so I just need to build 1 heavy bomber so far at this point. Uh, 3 medium, 3 light, 6 medium, 6 light. $36, 2 light, 5 light, and 2 interceptors. 2 heavy, 2 light, 4 light. Three light, 3 medium, 6 medium. Two interceptors, 4 interceptors, 6 interceptors, 8 interceptors. And that's 2 medium bombers, 2 heavy. 3 heavy, 5 more heavy, 9 more heavy, 2 heavy, 5 more heavy, 2 interceptor, 2 medium bombers. Oof, this is a lot of planes I'm adding up already. There's a naval bomber, woo. 2 heavy bombers, 3 light bombers. Two light bombers. 3 interceptors. And 2 light bombers. That's 3, 4, 5 light bombers. 2 CAS. That's the first CAS that I've seen that we need to build. 2 more CAS. 2 more interceptors. 2 interceptors. 4, 6, 9. 2 light bombers. 2 medium, 2 interceptor. 2 more interceptor. That's 3 light bombers. 3 close. 3 more close. 3 medium. 3 interceptors. 3 light bombers. 3 close. 3 medium. 2 is 5 medium. 2 close. 2 interceptors. 3 6 heavies. 2 interceptor, 2 light. 2 medium, 4 medium. And 3 more medium. Oh, goodness gracious. All right. Boring, I know, but this is how I check to make sure that I've got everything all built up that we need at this point. Okay, so go from top to bottom here. I need 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 37 interceptors. So we got interceptors here. Let's go 12 times 3. And then I'll do 1. Boom. So that's interceptors. CAS, it's 15. I'll do 3 groups of 5. Light bombers, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. That makes it pretty easy. Do 5 groups of 11. Medium, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 47. 47 medium. Let's do 9 groups of 5, and then we'll do 2 groups of 1. Okay, that's medium. Heavy, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 27. Now we'll do 9 groups of 3. Or 3 groups of 9. Probably a better way of saying it. Alright, so that gets us all of our planes that we need to max out, again, to max out my group, all my wings, to 4 each, which that's what I prefer. Now, obviously, if I wanted to just kind of stretch it out and just have groups of 3 riding around, I could do that, but we have the IC. I'm at 1,368 IC. We're at 691 base. We are going to definitely go over 700. Yeah, here's 4 IC alone. That's 695. Here's another 5. So that's 700 alone right there. Plus then we have a couple more. So we'll be, and here's a couple more popping in. So we'll be at 700 something. Not sure what exactly. But cool. We'll get that done. We'll just keep working on the air units here. I want to keep an eye on here. We've done anything to Yunnan? Whoa, they have. That's the other victory point locations. That should be, yep. That's all they have to get, Japanese, at this point. Once they roll up into here, which they maybe will do before winter sets in. Yeah, they're actually they're trying to come down. They come down here as well too, this way. I don't know how well that's going to work. Gungsi Click, I don't think has lost anything. Oh, they have actually. Well, what was the victory point? That's the 2. I know they've got a 3rd somewheres. Is it this one? Yep, that one. And Shaanxi, of course, just has their capital left at this point. So, yeah, we might be seeing... I don't know which one's going to fall first, quite honestly. Yunnan's going to take a while for them to get to that last victory point location. I know from personal experience. It takes at least a month, if not more, along with the combat you got to do. Zibi-San-Ma, they are... The Japanese are pretty close to taking them out. Um, they need to get both victory point locations. This probably will be pretty quick. This, not so much so. But I mean, if they're all the way in here, they may just be racing that way. And Shanxi, of course, just this needs to be captured. But I don't know why the Japanese aren't launching any attacks from off here. Crude oil we will sell to you, that's for sure. Alrighty. It doesn't matter where I place them in at now. It's 6 to 1, 6 to 1, half dozen the other. There we go. Oh, they took Yunnan first. Wow. So Zibisama and Shanxi aren't going to last through the winter. I just don't see that happening. All the Japanese troops here are just going to push north, or should be pushing north. I would be doing that. More gold, 1,700 bucks. Yay. We're 4 manganese, so I will keep that, thank you. We're going to say yes to all these here, so we can bring in some money, but also I kind of need to look at buying. Oh, everybody's in deficit or not producing. Yeah, they are. I want to buy, thank you, from the United States. I want to buy from Germany. Thank you. I want to buy from Japan. I want to buy from Canada. Oops, not Lend-Lease. Buy from Romania. Can't buy too much. Romania doesn't want to sell to me. Spanish states, about 30 or so, but nope. Netherlands. Ireland. Wow, interesting. Paraguay should... Oh, they're not. Obviously not. Shanxi. You don't have long in this world, but okay. Belgium. Colombia. Huh. The ones that I would kind of expect to be able to buy from, they're saying no. Yeah, it's a maybe, so I'll take it. All right. Venezuela declined, but United States said yes. That's 50, 100. Iran declined, 150. 150 that we're getting. We need more than that, obviously, but... Prova. I don't have anybody terribly close by, but he will do. Supplies and supplies for money and money. Okay, so Shanxi and Zibisama, they need to get, Japanese to get here and here and there. Let me save it real quick. A lot of stuff going on. We're progressing pretty good. I'm going to have to wrap it up pretty soon. We're not going to finish 1940, but that's okay. We had a lot of stuff done, and I'm very happy to see the Japanese doing as well as they are. Germany as well. Happy to see them taking on their enemies as well as they did. Okay, so this is the first of the rifle divisions. So I made 8, right? No. 2, 4, 6, 8. Oh, so we're doing 3 groups of 8. Oh, I need to get reinforcements up. Ooh. Supplies, we need to bump this up to 102. Or no. It's 20,000 above, so yeah, I had it right, 97. We're doing good there. 0.02, that's fine, I suppose. Let's actually lock that in place and just mess with that. So I got 4 of these light infantry or infantry regiments coming in. The theaters, we're going to start up north, I think, or should we start in the front lines? Start south and work our way up north. Yeah, let's do that. Next time I have an opportunity for it, I will take the NKVD, the police troops, police units. Yeah, 0.02, so that's 75 days before we finish that out. Before we get the descent down to 0. Not a chance. Oh, yeah, we can actually sell manganese. That's fine. Oh, I have no clue where this one's supposed to go now. I have 2 remaining. I think it's these 2 bottom theaters here, if I remember right. Yeah, let's actually move up there, and nope. Not Kharkov either. Kiev. Okay, that works. And the last cav unit goes into here. Last 2 months of the year. Let's see, we'll get going on. Form the motorized brigades. We're going to form a mechanized corps and some tank corps. So our IC debt. So I can sell 1 manganese, by the way. But we'll see what our IC debt is after we're all said and done here. Bump. Okay. So 5 more tank brigades. See where they are. A mechanized corps. See where they are. And motorized brigades. They're used in March 41 to form the new mechanized corps, so don't skip them. Yes, we're going to take them. Alrighty. Oof, a whole bunch of units all over the place here. Okay, so far so good. I don't remember what the other one was. That's all right though. Oh, here in Leningrad, so that's fine. Let's push it up into here. Ah, cool. We have a tank unit, or tank headquarters there. Kharkov, I think it's Kiev. I don't have... Well, yeah, that guy. That's fine. How is this unit? Way out there, like so. We can move him up a little bit like that, yeah. Wow. Let's get some more troops toward our front lines there. Each front has its own, each theater, I should say, has its own front line. Yeah, that works. No, not to Tallinn. Probably out to Moscow, I'd have to imagine. Yes, I think all the others didn't know. Oh, here actually, yes. Cool. Yeah, we'll leave you there. Well, certainly getting in. I haven't gotten this far yet in my single-player game, but we're certainly getting in a whole bunch of event units, which I think works out pretty well. Will work out pretty well for us. Yeah. A lot of new units here. Odessa, cool. Okay, perfect. Maybe ask for money, sure. We need unit recruit time improved. Yeah, we got a 40%. Whoa. Okay. So we're at 24,608 IC debt. We're paying 277. This is what happens when you go into super debt. In case people are wondering, well, maybe I should just edit my save and put my IC debt repayment to 0%, so I keep on my IC and get all these free units. Well, this is what happens. You lose organization for land and air. Regain rate also gets impacted. Hard and soft attack gets impacted. And there's also 30,000 IC days in debt that it gets even worse. And I think there's a 40, maybe even 50. So yeah, we want to definitely get it below as rapidly as possible here. 5 days. I think it'll take us about 20 days to get it below. I lost the effects of control over Western Russia. I don't know why that would be. No, I still show that I have got it. There, okay. For some reason I lost it and regained it. That was kind of weird. In exchange for 2 energy, please. Yes. Prepare industry evacuation. German threat growing. Need to draw plans for evacuation of factories, industries from Western Russian areas where they can operate safely. Should we start drawing plans for the evacuation? We shall say do it. So again, I haven't gotten this far in my single-player game. So this is definitely new. Yeah, they're pretty far away still from the vector point location. Shanxi is getting rolled up, though. I can see what's happening here. Shanxi is not long for this world. Have they? No, they haven't gotten these points back, but it won't matter once Shanxi surrenders. We're at 53%. We let that still ride. We will sell manganese because we were at, I saw we were at 5 before, so we're good. Tactical breakthrough advance. That's 38 tech. We'll keep it. We're really hurting in leadership and research, period. We need to get that kind of rolling. But I need this up. Like I said, end of the year or 70%, whichever comes first, or green, if I hit green magically. Light infantry branch. Okay, that's a one and done. Good. United States wants to buy supplies from us. We've lost the effects of the outdated army equipment, so good. I need... So we're 10,000 above. I need to drop this down to 101. Reinforcements. Need a little bit of manipulating, massaging. Oops. 40 is perfect. We'll leave upgrades the way they are. Consumer goods, 0.02, that's fine as well. And, yep, back to reinforcements here. Let's drop this down to 10. There we go. And what we got here? The last, which if I remember right, is in this area here. So, do I have any resources in this area that's uncovered? No. Do we have any victory points that are uncovered? No. Let's go back to theater. Map mode, I think I'm just going to place it right here. So it's in an area that it could be gotten to. Where did I start with those infantry units? Oh, jeez. I totally forgot. I think up here? I think here? I don't remember. Yeah, because the way I did it was 4 per front. And I should just like picked a front and stayed on it. So that's the 38th. So let me... Wish there was an easier way to track down, find out where the 37th is. Because I'd be willing to bet you that's... Well, actually, that might not be the case. Yeah, we kind of skip around a little bit with our numbers there. That being the case, let's... I think I started on the front with Germany here. I think I started here. And I was going to then work my way down on these... through these 3 theaters, and then once done there, then place up here, here. So let's go ahead and just set this guy into here somewheres. Excellent. And assign him... Nope, not that way. That works. Yeah, we're down to 19,881, so we lost that. That didn't affect us because we weren't at war or anything like that where we need to worry about our overall organization. But you can see where if you're in the middle of a war, yeah, that could certainly hurt you if you're just playing laissez-faire. Then like, I'm just gonna pay 20% all the time. It does pay to know when these certain events are kicking off, so that way you can then take proper measures in preparing for that. Okay, so these are heavy bombers. Let's see here. So we're looking for this one here. Cool. I can't believe, well, I mean, I think I knew it all the time, but I can't believe it just came to realization in this game that, 3 lines is heavy, 2 lines is medium, and then 1 line is light bomber or CAS. But oh well, it is what it is. Shanxi might be getting knocked out pretty soon, maybe. Probably not. Hard to tell. Maybe even Sibi Sama, though. Looks like there's some movement there. IC efficiency is -8. Really need to... Well, we lost it. Lost the -14. Strategic reserve. We have 8 manganese, so I can sell quite a bit. Yeah, we can drop this down to 100. That way it's 5 IC off. We're still doing 0.02 a day, so that's 38 days. $703 base IC. It's going to grow even more, but that's good. We're doing good. We're going to go ahead and get the extra resources there. We're going to export the manganese. King George V, HMS King George V is launched. We have lost very low popularity, have gained low popularity. Good enough. We're doing 264 officers per day. So over the course of the next 28 days or whatever, where are we at here? That's 2,600. That is 70, almost 7,800 that we'll get before by the end of the month, which brings us up to 147,000 troops. Not quite where we need to be, of course, but getting better. We lost that IC efficiency there. Pay for the industry, army. Army's starting to get more expensive now. Looks like Shanxi's pushing back against Japan there. I get back to theater, and which one was I doing? Oh, goodness gracious. I think I was doing in here, right? Yeah. Okay. I am gratified that I've spent as much time and effort into building up my resources, because part of being able to pay back all that IC debt is all in thanks to building up my base IC to where it's at now, at 700, 707. Yeah, that's really, really good. Wintertime, I don't think Japan's going to be able to get those right now. I don't think, at least. Oh, we got some destroyers. Let's put a couple at Murmansk for now. Okay, I'm not sure where else to put this. Yeah, Fleet Leningrad. Nice to get some naval units out. And we got more coming out here. Yeah, that works. Just watch to see how much movement is going on here. Not too much. Oh, this is still going on too. The Japanese don't have enough troops around, it looks like, to handle anti-partisan duties. Single engine airframe. We lost a province. Bummer. Let's have this armor unit dive out there. Yeah, this has been kind of stagnant for a couple of weeks now here. Blueprint stolen. So they got our 4-engine airframe. I hope it's some small country that really can't use it. We're sticking with industry. Well, I'm going to go with science investment at this point. We have plenty of IC. An extra 5% IC would be huge for us. It'd be 35, almost 36 IC. But 7.5 leadership investment. What's our base? 44. That's 28. That's 3. Be 3 more leadership points, which we could certainly use. So let's do that. Yep. Drop this again to 5 for now. We're now doing 298, so almost 300 officers per day. There's 9 days remaining. So that's 2,700 more officers. That brings us to 147,300. Not shabby still, though. That's definitely good. But that's not our hoped for 70% or whatever. All right, let's see where the next heavy bomber goes here. Right there, cool. And let's switch our view to theater. And we're going to put the next guy up in here. Okay. A little over 2 hour, 15 minutes almost at this point here. I want to get to 1941 so we can get into that, but I want to see what happens in this area. It looks like Japan's having some problems against Shaanxi, but they're doing okay against Zibi-Sanma. We'll move them up and take care of that. Oh, here's another heavy bomber. Again, the heavy bombers, for the most part, I'm only using them in ground attack roles. I will grant you, the heavy bomber is not ideal for that situation. Against soft and hard attack, it really, really bites compared to medium, light, close air support, But I will utilize it in that manner. I'm not going to worry about strategic attacks with heavy bombers. Yeah, Japan definitely getting some blue back there. Okay, can I... But once Japan gets Zivisama taken care of here, then Shaanxi's their full focus. Oh, they lost that territory there. Huh. Welp. Guess Shaanxi's taking advantage of the weather to be able to do what they were doing or wanting to do here against the Japanese. Take some of their territory back. We're hitting 1941 people. Ancient plains happened to us. Oh, goodness gracious. Well, we do have ancient plains. Soviet-Japanese neutrality pact. We'll take care of that. Economic boost and annual espionage. Economic spying, so we get some IC efficiency and short-term investment, of course. We just signed. Yes, we'll go and take care of that. Republic of China and PROC are not around anymore, so those negative modifiers are not going to affect us at all. Gold mines are online. Let's postpone. Let's postpone for the next 6 months. We're at 726 base. With the next 6 months, I doubt we'll hit 800, but that at that point we might need to look at doing just that. Oh, officers. Or leaders, I guess, in this particular case. Air Force wants money. We got very low popularity again. HMS Valiant is lost. The Andrea Doria is lost. Conte de Cavour is lost. Giulio Cesare and Littorio. So I'm thinking Italy and Britain kind of went head-to-head there in a big way, and Italy came up the loser, but as well, Britain didn't come off smelling like roses. 0.04, so 2 more days, and we can throw almost 30 IC into builds. We got a lot of stuff still going on here. Yeah, wait a little bit more here. The Vittorio Veneto is lost. Wow. Prince of Wales is launched. There we go. Buncho planes. Medium fuel tank research. That's a one and done. Good. So we're at 59%. I'm going to push this up to, let's actually get up to the 23 research. Get everything started researching. We're still producing 162 officers a day, so that's about half of what we were doing before. But we need the research going on at this point here. I also need some more spies, so let's get this up to 0.75 and see how we do at that point. 152. Yeah, 150. Halfway mark is fine, honestly. So that does all of our research at this point. Spring, we've got a bunch of stuff coming up. And with 150 officers over the next 6 months, let's see, 150 officers per day, 360, 180. Over the next 100 days, that'd be 15,000 officers we're putting in place. So 30,000 over the next 200 days, which will take us just about into the war with Germany. So 30,000 officers just still doesn't get us to 100%, but it is what it is. And I think that will do it here. We're going to place, one more into this territory here, and then we got to progress southward right here. That works. And attach them to that guy. We're going to save the game. I'm going to thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And when we come back, we will progress further into 1941. Probably, I seriously doubt we would get to Barbarossa. I doubt we'll get to that point, but we'll be very close to it. The reason why I say I doubt is because I will need to shake things up in regards to deployment of our forces a little bit, as well as maybe create some headquarter units so we're a little bit better organized, maybe. Actually, I'm just going to leave that alone. I'm just going to say it's very Soviet Union-esque, this hodgepodge of units attached to headquarters. We'll leave it at that. All right, I'm going to leave you guys. Have a great day. See you soon. Bye.